Hello, this is a tutorial on 4.1b, 4.2a, prime factorization, greatest common factor, also known as PBA 58. Let's take a look at this first question here. What is the greatest common factor of 24 and 36? Well, we're looking at these two numbers here. We know that it can't be 36. So when I'm looking for the greatest common factor, I always look at the factors of the smaller number because they're all possible because they're all smaller than the larger number. So look at 24. Does 24 go into 36? No, it doesn't. So it can't be 24. How about 12? Does 12 go into 36? And yes, it does. So the greatest common factor there is 12. And then we find our answer over here, 12. And we're just going to go down, and for number 1, we're going to put in the letter E. 1, we're going to put an E in. So this is the answer for number 1. On here, I just put in an E. Okay. So for number 2, what's the greatest common factor of 24 and 72? Erase this stuff here. Well, again, we're going to stay with 24. Look at 24. The largest factor is 24. Is that a factor of 72? And yes, it is. So 24 is the answer. So we look, and for number 2, we find 24 over here. 24, here it is. But we're going to, for number 2, we're going to put in a T. For number 2, we're going to put in a T right here. Okay. This next one is very much like it, where we're just going to have to do some factor trees, and so I'll do one here. 18, it's 1 and 18. Goes in there 2 and 9 times. 3 times and 6 times. 4 doesn't go in, 5 doesn't go in. We're back to 6. We're done. 50, 1 and 50. It goes in there 2 times. 25. 3 doesn't go in there. 4 doesn't go in there. 5 goes in there 10 times. 6 times 8 is 48, so that doesn't go in there. 7 doesn't go in there. It goes in 49. 8.
Please excuse this interruption.
Times 7 times 7 is 49. 8 goes in there. 8 times 7 is 56. 9 times 5 is 49. We're back to 10. So that's it. So we're looking for the GCF of these two then. So look at the smaller one, the GCF. 18 doesn't go into 50. 9 is not into 50. 6 is not into 50. 3 doesn't go into 50. 2. The greatest shared factor there is 2. So we find 2 over here. And for number 6, we're going to put in a T. 6 down the bottom. T. All right, so now you know how to do these. Now these here are a little trickier here. This is using prime factorization to find GCF. And this is kind of a fun thing to do. So we need to find the greatest common factor of A and B. So we don't know what these numbers even are, but at this point in time, we really don't even care. Just A and B. We're looking for the prime factorization numbers that match. So I have 2 2s. Let's see, I have 1 5. And that's it. See, I don't have 3 2s. I don't have any 3s. I have 1 5. I don't have a 17. I don't have an 11. So I take these numbers here, 2 times 2 times 5. I multiply those together. That's 4. 4 times 5 is 20. And that is the greatest common factor of those numbers. We don't even know what they are, but we already have determined what it is. It's 20. So for number 11, I'm going to put in an R. Put that down the bottom. Okay, let's take a look at another one. You have to keep erasing here to do that. That's okay. We're looking at A and C, so let's cross this off and look at A and C. So what do they have in common? Well, they have a 3. And they have a 17. No 2s, no 5, no 11, just 1 17. So 3 times 17 is 51. The greatest common factor of those guys is 51. Cross that off. So for number 12, it's going to be T. All right, now on the next one down here in the bottom, section, we just need to write the GCF of these numbers down. So 700. I know this sounds difficult, but really it's not very difficult. Let's think about 700. So let's just do the prime factorization of 700. Well, we can make that, basically we can make it 7 times 100. we'd start off with that, 7's prime. Could make this as 25 times 4. And we can break 7 is still prime. We can break this down to 5 times 5. Break this down into 2 times 2. So here's my prime factorization. Let's see if it still works. This would be 7 times 5, which would be 25. And 7 times 25 times 4. Well, 7 times 25 is going to be 175 times 4 is 700. Okay, let's write that down. There's prime factorization. We're going to write it in reverse order here. So 2 times 2 times 5 times 5 times 7. And then we have to do 40. 40 is just 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. I know that one because 40, one of the things I memorize is that 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. And 8 times 5 is 40, so that's the prime factorization. So let's just see. We've got a couple of 2's, and we've got 1 5 that are common. So 2 times 2 is 4 times 5 is 20. So the greatest common factor here is 22. And then we've got P, and we can go for 16 and put a P in down below. And so you can work it from there. All right, good luck and have fun. It's kind of a fun sheet.